We'll be learning about what is this fire insurance. It's a very simple concept. So fire insurance means any kind of loss of a property by incidental of fire. For example, I have a property that is being affected because of fire, so that I got because of fire insurance I can reclaim back the amount in the form of a compensation. Right. So now remember that there are difference between different kinds of fire, but along with that, let me explain to you with the example of a simple case law first. Alright, so there's a famous case law about Harris versus Poland case. So what happened? So Harris, she basically hid her gold, with the wood, okay? Inside the wood, she hid her gold, okay? But what happened? One such day, after 2 months or 3 months, she actually burned the wood by mistake. She forgot that there was gold. Now you answer me, is the insurance company liable to pay? I'm asking you once again, is the insurance company liable to pay? The court said that yes, insurance company is liable to pay because she didn't have any kind of intention to basically burn the gold, right? She didn't have any kind of particular intention. So as part of it, there is no kind of fault from the lady. But in case if she throw the gold, if she burned the gold with the intention, then she wouldn't have been getting any kind of insurance. So that's it. I hope you understood. What is this judgment? It's a highly critic judgment. You can take in whichever form. You can also interpret it and give in your own forms. So now we'll be learning about what are different kinds of policies. The first one is about valued policy. I'll read the definition out so that you'll be able to understand it. Valued policy means fixed amount to be paid by the insurer irrespective of the actual amount of loss. So I, as an insurer, I'm supposed to pay a fixed amount. Alright, irrespective of whatever it is, I'm supposed to pay what? I'm supposed to pay a fixed amount. Okay, valued policy means I'm supposed to pay a fixed amount irrespective of the actual loss. Now specified policy means what? Insurer pay loss to the insured not exceeding the specified sum mentioned in the policy. So I am basically paying the loss to the insured not exceeding the specified. So there is a cap limit. Beyond that cap limit, I'm not basically paying for the same. So I'm just repeating one sentence so that it goes deep in your brain. If you want, you can write it down. Insurer pay loss to the insured not exceeding the specified sum mentioned in the policy. So for example, insurance company will basically give me how much ever amount is required for me to cover up my loss, but beyond that they won't be giving for the same. Third thing is about average policy. What do you mean by average policy? Very simple concept again. So average policy means, for example, I've taken up an underinsured policy. Okay, for example, the value of my property is how much? 1 lakh. All right, but I've taken insurance only for 50,000. Value of my property is 1 lakh. I've taken in insurance only for 50,000. Now in this 50,000, for example, if there's a loss of 20,000, there's a fire in my house of 20,000, my insurance company will only be giving me half. Why? Because of the mere fact that exact value amount I didn't pay for the same. So they'll be giving me only the deduction of how much ever is required for that percentage of the loss. That's it. Now the next aspect is what is floating policy. For example, Pawan have his warehouse in 3 different states: Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat. Alright, I have my 3 warehouses. Should I take separate insurance policy for all the 3? It's not required. One insurance policy and one premium is required for the payment of all the 3 places. It's simple as that. One policy, one premium aspect. It's just the same concept as that. Now, what do you mean by a comprehensive policy? Comprehensive policy is nothing but, see, along with fire insurance, I'm also taking further subsequent kind of policies like, for flood, for earthquake, for explosion. So all this is called a subsequent in form of like a package of comprehensive policy. Now, what do you mean by reinstatement policy? See guys, very simple, okay. Now, normally whenever we take insurance, what is the reality? You only tell me what is the reality. You tell me, no, what is the reality? We'll get back the money. But in reinstatement policy, instead of giving money by the insurance company, what will they do? They will pay back. They will tell that, okay, beta Pawan, don't worry. We will rebuild your house and give. It's called as what? Insurance company agrees to restore, rebuild or replace the property rather than just paying the cash settlement. So this is the basic process basically done. Now, in the famous landmark case of Everett versus the London Assurance Company, what happened in this case of Everett versus the London Assurance Company? The fire caused an explosion which was half a mile away. That means that I have a property here, but half a mile away where there was a property, it got burned. Is the insurance company even liable to compensate for that? Yes. Why? Because it's a proximate cause. Because of the fire over here, it basically led to the fire of subsequent other factors which led to the problem. So I hope you understood. No, insurance company is liable to pay even for proximate causes. Now, when I'm going to tell about what are these rights of the insurer, they're basically different kinds of insurer. Okay. So, but before that, you can join my community in the below link and be part of my community where you can get access to all of